What's up, everybody? We back with another video, and today we're gonna finally make this shooter tier list, man. Now, the way that we're gonna do this, SS is gonna be reserved for those people who just completely break the game and the people who are basically fought over when it comes down to picking inside BPE, and also the people who get banned the most when it comes down to being a shooter. S tier is going to be for those people who are really good, but people aren't really fighting over them inside BPE, and people aren't rushing to ban them either. The A tier is going to be for people who are pretty good at what they're supposed to be doing, but they cannot match up to the people inside the S tier. The B tier are going to be for people who are okay at what they do and nothing more than that. The C tier is going to be for people who are just absolute garbage, and the D tier is going to be for people who are absolutely useless when it comes down to shooting the ball. Okay, so let's jump to it, man. First person we're looking at is Albert. This man can definitely shoot the ball. We're gonna slap him into the A tier though, because he does not really have any abilities to help him shoot. Now, we're not talking about layups. We're not talking about dunks. We are talking about someone's ability to actually shoot the ball. So Albert, slap him into the A tier. Next up, we're looking at Justin. Straight to the S tier, man. He's a really good character. People aren't really fighting over him inside BPE. People aren't really rushing to ban him either. But if a person is really good with Justin, they will definitely be making a lot of points. They will be cracking your ankles in half with this man, getting that extra accuracy and getting those free points. Next, we got May. We're going to slap her down into the B tier. She's an okay shooter inside the mid-range area. If you put enough gear on her to boost up her three-point stat, she can also be good out there, but she also doesn't have any abilities to increase her chances of scoring that ball. So we're going to just slap her into the B tier. Next, we got Nana, straight to SS with her brand spanking new level 4 ability on her drift 3-point, giving her 15% extra accuracy, and she also has a base 3-point stat of, I believe, 70, which is a pretty good base stat, and I'm pretty sure she gets a bunch from her cells as well. Next up, we're looking at Nico to the B tier with May. She's not really that good of a shooter. She can definitely make wide open shots, but that can be said about a lot of people inside this game. So Nico, straight to the B tier. White, D tier, absolutely useless as a shooter. He is not that good, bro. Even when you max out his cells, he doesn't really get as much as most point guards do inside of their shooting stats. White was basically designed to be a passing-based character to speed up your offense. A lot of people don't use him that way, but that is definitely his job. Next up, we got Yui. She can definitely make some shots, man. I've seen a lot of Yui players that have just completely wet me up from the three-point line inside the mid-range area. A person that actually understands how to use Yui will definitely destroy you. Next up, we got Ayumi. We're going to slap her into the A tier only because of her level 4 steal and dive. Once she gets a steal, she gets 10% extra accuracy to go on top of what she has already. Now, if she had just a little bit more three-point or just a little bit more mid-range so that she would get at least 95 or 96 once you maxed out her cells, she would definitely be S tier, hands down, no question about it. But unfortunately, once you max out her cells, her three-point shot only goes up to 88, and her mid-range only goes to 86. That is not enough. Even once you slap a bunch of gear on, she cannot compare to Fire King. She cannot compare to Marcus. She cannot compare to David. She is just not very good offensively in terms of consistency. Next up, we got David to the S tier because of his defense for a shot, giving him 16% disturbance resistance, and it doesn't even have to be off a jump stop shot. And his level 4 jump stop shot, he's going to be getting a total of 22% extra accuracy if he is wide open. He gets it for free. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. No matter if you're contested or not with this man, you definitely have a really good chance of getting that shot on in there. Next up, we got Fire King, straight to SS, because his drift 3-point, it is powerful, man. And on top of that, he has the best enhanced 3-point in the entire game. Yes, this man is getting 10% disturbance resistance from his enhanced 3-point. That is beautiful. He's also getting 5% extra accuracy. His full charge, giving him 15% more for a total of 20% extra accuracy and 10% disturbance resistance. That is beautiful. And you factor in the boost he gets from his quick flash shot as well. He's getting 5% more disturbance resistance from that and 2% extra accuracy if he's wide open. So that's 22% extra accuracy if he's wide open and 15% disturbance resistance if he is contested. That is very close to David's. Fire King, really good option when it comes down to shooting that ball. Next, we got Friedman to the B tier, man. I know his level 4 tricky post up gives him a bunch of extra accuracy on that, but you cannot bank on that alone. There are some people who understand how to block that ability, and he is just inconsistent all around. They tried to make him good at everything and wound up creating a character that is good at nothing. Next up, we got Hoy to the B tier. He is not very good right now, man, simply because of the fact that he relies on getting ankle breakers to make his shots. So you're going to have to break someone's ankles with a turnaround dribble to get 10% extra accuracy. And 10% extra accuracy, that is not enough for this man, because for some weird reason, even after an ankle breaker into a jump stop shot, getting 17% extra accuracy, it just doesn't do very much. I still miss a lot of shots, so make sure y'all keep that in mind. Hoy is not a really good option right now. Next up, we got Maggie. We're going to slap her into the A tier because her drift 3-point is going to be giving her 10% extra accuracy and 5% disturbance resistance once you get it to level 4. And her enhanced 3-point, even though it's not better than Fire King's, is going to be giving her 2% extra accuracy and 5% disturbance resistance. So that is a total of 12% extra accuracy and 10% disturbance resistance. Now you look at someone like Fire King, his level 4 full charge, it's going to take 6 shots for him to get to 15%, which means it is going to take him about 4 shots in order for him to get the same accuracy boost that Maggie is getting for free. But the reason why Fire King is up there and Maggie is not is because Fire King gets all that disturbance resistance and he can max out to about 22% extra accuracy if he is doing a wide open quick flash shot with all of his notches maxed out. Next up, we got Marcus, straight to SS. Because of his level 4 pull-up, as well as all those dribble move variations he has. You can get real tricky with those. You can mix those up real good. Trick your defender and get to the 3-point line for free points, especially if you have a good teammate that understands how to set screens. You can do a turnaround dribble behind that and definitely get free points. Next up, we got Mary. We're going to slap her into the... I'm debating between A and B tier, man. We're going to slap her in the A tier just for the sake of this video, man. We're going to slap her in the A tier because she has the worst drift 3-point in the entire game. She only gets the boost of accuracy from her enhanced 3-point, which is definitely not as good as Fire King's. She only gets 2% extra accuracy, and she only gets 5% disturbance resistance. That is not enough to make her a viable option. Hopefully her level 4 will change that. Next up, we got Susan. Slapping her into the S tier because of her new level 4 behind the back, giving her 10% extra accuracy. And at level 2, she's, was it level 2 or level 3? It was one of them, man, giving her 3% more accuracy for a total of 13%. And if you do behind the back dribble feint into a step back, guess what? You still get that 13% extra accuracy. And on top of that, you still have your turnaround dribble ready to go the next time you do a dribble move. Make sure y'all keep that in mind. You're using Susan. She is really good right now. She is basically one of the most viable options right now. Next up, we got Ben. We're going to slap him into the B tier. He is not very good when it comes down to shooting the ball. If you create a build that revolves around it, he will definitely be good at it. But you can say that about just about any character inside of this game. His flash shot definitely comes in handy because people expect him to exclusively dunk the ball. So when people aren't exclusively dunking the ball, then they catch him off guard with a flash shot and get free points. But that cannot be a reason to slap him into the A tier or the S tier or SS. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. Ben, he can shoot, but he is not very good at it. All right, next, we got Greta. Greta, straight to the S tier, man. She is not very hard to stop if you understand the timing on blocking her shots, especially the drift mid shot. A lot of Gretas like to try to catch people off guard, drifting to the side, but a person that is actually pretty good at guarding her can definitely shut her down quite easily. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. But Greta, that does not make her a bad option just because she's S instead of SS, because S tier is still a pretty good tier. Her drift mid shot is one of the scariest shooting base abilities in the entire game. And once people catch on to that, you also have a drift floater that you can switch it up into and still get free points. She is a great shooter. She also has a pretty good 3-point stat. So if you break your defender's ankles while you're far away from the rim trying to get that extra boost for your drift mid shot, you can step out to the 3-point line and get 3 free and easy points. Next up, we got Havoc G to the A tier. He's pretty good at shooting the ball because of his hook shot, because of his quick shot, because of his flash shot, and he also gets a pretty good amount of mid-range from his cells as well. If you utilize this man properly, he can definitely shoot the lights out of the stadium. You just have to make sure you are utilizing him properly. Next up, we got Julian. I would definitely call him an S tier character when it comes down to shooting that ball, because when he does a hop step, he's getting 15% disturbance resistance and 6% extra accuracy. Then you factor in his shooting mastery that is going to be giving him 10% more disturbance resistance for free, stacking that up to 25%. And on shooting abilities, shooting mastery will be giving him 5% more for a total of 11% extra accuracy and 25% disturbance resistance. This man is very difficult to stop. You have to do more than put a hand in his face if you want this man to stop scoring the ball. Next, we got Camille, straight to SS. This man is a shooting monster, especially after a cut dribble move, because he's going to be getting 10% extra accuracy at the three-point line just off of a cut dribble move. And if he's dashing around those screens, there is nothing you can do to stop him, because he will be so far away from you by the time you get around that screen. He will have already flashed out of the ball and got free points. All right, next, we got Natalie. We're going to slap her into the B tier. She's really good at doing those layups. She will definitely eat you up inside the key, but she cannot shoot the ball very well. She must be wide open if she wants those shots to go in. Make sure y'all keep that in mind. You're using Natalie. You do not want to be taking a lot of contested shots with her. All right, next, we got Kiang. We're going to slap him into the A tier. Why is Kiang in the A tier and not Natalie? Because Kiang, his, the rapid dribble move, will be giving him 3% extra accuracy and 3% disturbance resistance. He also has a pretty decent mid-range stat to stack on top of that for him to have a bunch of chances to get those shots on in there. All right, next, we got Katiusha. We're going to slap her into SS because of her quick flash shot as well as her tricky post-up. Now, the tricky post-up isn't as useful as the quick flash shot, but having a quick flash shot on a power forward, it is extremely powerful, man, because you can hit them with those quick flash shot pump fakes. Those are some of the best pump fakes in the entire game. Camille's use them, Greta's use them, Julian's use them. Everyone that's really good at shooting the ball and has flash shot at the same time will definitely be hitting you with those flash shot pump fakes. And on top of that, she gets a bunch of mid-range from herself, and her base mid-range stat is 77. That's just one less than Greta, but the reason why Katiusha is inside SS is because she's more versatile than Greta is. Next up, we got Lightning, completely useless to the D tier, man. Whoa, that's Nikolai. He's definitely going there too. But Lightning, he cannot shoot the ball. If you are using Lightning, just stick to your dunks. You will do just fine. Same thing with Nikolai. He cannot shoot the ball. Stick to your dunks, and you will be fine. Same thing with Pinky. Same thing with Ranger. Same thing with Rocket. But Uncle Kevin is an entirely different story. We're going to slap him into the S tier because this man is a mid-range shooting monster. Through the use of that post-up and fade away, he can catch people off guard that just so happen to think you're going to go inside the key and do a smart dunk off of your post-ups. So if you are utilizing this properly, his post-up and fade away, you will definitely be getting a lot of two-pointers. And the further away you are from the rim, the more accuracy you're going to receive from this. And his base mid-range stat is 76. That's one less than Katiusha and two less than Greta. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. You got an Uncle Kevin on your team. Pass him the ball. He will definitely get you some free points. Amy, completely useless at shooting the ball. Big O, on the other hand, he's going to go inside the A tier when it comes down to shooting. Because his base mid-range stat, I think it's somewhere between 60 and 70. Could be wrong, man. Don't quote me on that, but he definitely has a high base, and he also gets a decent amount from his cells as well. Big O is one of the best shooting centers inside the entire game. He can shoot mid-range shots. He can get those layups on in there, and so on and so forth. Big Mike, not very good when it comes down to shooting the ball. Neither is Di, neither is Emma, neither is Howie, neither is Vanessa, and neither is Victor. So this is my tier list. Y'all can feel free to disagree inside the comments. Just try to be respectful about it, man. Y'all master tier players. Y'all legend tier players. Y'all love to comment on my videos and tell me you don't know what you're talking about. This goes this way. That goes that way. Educate me, man. Try to be respectful about it. If I am wrong about something, let me know why you think I'm wrong. That's it, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.